Hello and welcome to this week's Wild Spirits News. I'm Sibylle, and today's subject is that passions can turn poisonous. I saw a meme on social media a while ago that initially infuriated me. It said that self-care is a bad thing because it covers up all sorts of abuse and injustice and just helps people cope with stuff that they shouldn't actually put up with. Now, I maintain that self-care is not meant to balance out something else that's wrong. I think self-care is valuable and necessary in and of itself. Even if you live the most balanced, blissful, stress-free life, you still need self-care because your body, mind, soul and spirit need and deserve loving care. You deserve loving care. So I didn't agree with that meme, and yet it did have a point, because self-care is sometimes used to cover up, to make people put up with situations or prolong the time that they put up with something, with a situation that is toxic for them. And it made me think, because passions too can be used to help you put up with something that is less than your ideal life. Maybe poisonous is too strong a word, but it can have a numbing effect. It can help you settle. It can become a distraction from those things that are less than ideal. So your mission today is make sure that your passion is a priority and not a band-aid. Task number 1 is called What Lights You Up? Because the obvious first step is to know what your passion is, or if you're multi-passionate, what your passions, plural, are. I keep saying this and I keep repeating myself. Every hobby that you have is absolutely valid and you should do it, but not every hobby or interest is a passion. There's a difference. A passion truly lights you up. A passion makes you feel like you're coming home. It makes you feel blissful. It makes you forget time. In many ways, pursuing a passion is just like being with the person you're madly in love with. You could compare the feeling to that tingly, blissful feeling. So your first task is to determine what is your passion, or what are your passions, and be very aware of that. Task number 2 is called Don't Let It Turn Poisonous. There's a reason why I keep harping on about prioritizing your passion. Because when you do that, as I've seen in my own life, in the life of friends, and I also keep seeing over and over with my clients, with my coaching clients, as soon as passion is actually at the center of your life, the rest of your life tends to fall into place around it. Almost magically, everything just works out. I can't even explain why this is the way it is. My idea about it is that this is the way we are supposed to be. We're supposed to focus on the joy, on the love, on what lights us up. And then everything else is just happening on its own, because that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way life is supposed to be, and that's why it becomes easy all of a sudden. When you treat your passion as a hobby or an afterthought, that's when it can turn, well, maybe not poisonous, but it can definitely help you make can make you complacent, and can help you become a little numb to what else is going on in your life. Because you get regular doses of that which lights you up, you get regular glimpses of this joy, you never get to a point where you're that unhappy, and so you put up with a lot more in the rest of your life than you normally would. And you never really get to living that ideal life that you so richly deserve. So the way to prevent this is to ask yourself a few hard questions. And the first question is, what would your ideal life look like if you prioritized your passion? So if your passion was front and center in your life. Take a little time for this. You can, we're almost at the end of the video. You can do it after the video, or you can pause the video now and maybe write it down, because I need you to be detailed here. Don't just say, oh, if I prioritized my passion, my life would be wonderful. It would be great. That's not enough. Think of a typical day in your life, or a typical week. What would you do? How would you feel? Think of your senses. What would you see, hear, feel, smell, taste? Do you get the picture? You draw an internal picture that is as detailed as possible of your life if your passion were truly front and center. And then the second question is, What are you currently not doing that would lead you towards this ideal life? What is it that you're currently not doing? You have to be brutally honest with yourself here. And here's a word of caution, this can be really difficult. It's sometimes a lot harder to admit something to ourselves than admitting stuff to other people. I encourage you to be gentle and non-judgmental with yourself. Don't beat yourself up for something. Just dig deep and come clean. Be really honest with yourself. What is it that you're not doing right now? And again, don't be judgmental. We all let ourselves down. We do. It's a human thing. The important thing is to start counteracting this. And in order to be able to do that, you need to first realize what is going on. So like I said, this might be a longer task, and you might do this maybe just after the video. We're almost at the end. But it's a very important step, because only then, when you've pinpointed what you're not currently doing that you should be doing in order to get to your ideal life where your passion is the priority, that is when you can take steps. And that is the second half of task 2 is to take steps. Do whatever it takes. Take a course, get coaching, whatever it takes. It is worth it, because you have to realize that this right now, today, is your lifetime. It's not a rehearsal. You don't get to do over or anything. This is your life, and you deserve to make this count, and to be lit up, and to live joyful and with passion and with love the way humans were meant to. Task number 3 is, as usual, to let me know. Hit the reply button and email me what your insight from this was. Obviously, this is fairly personal, so just share as much as you feel comfortable with. I'd love to hear from you, and I'm always going to reply back to every email. So let me know, what are you going to do that you're currently not doing in order to move towards a life where your passion is front and center, and to not use your passion as a band-aid to put up with a life that is actually not good for you at all. So hit the reply button and let me know. And if you didn't get the link to this video in an email, that means you're not part of the Wild Spirits community yet, and you should join us. Go to wildspiritscoaching.com and fill in the little form there. You can also do the free life audit on that page. One of the things that happens when you fill in the form at the end of the life audit is that you'll also get subscribed to Wild Spirits News. Wild Spirits News is 1 email per week, so it's 100% spam free. You get lots of additional information, extra articles, recommendations of books and other resources, and sometimes you get exclusive offers that are exclusive to my subscribers that nobody else ever gets to see. So go to wildspiritscoaching.com and sign up, or you can Google Wild Spirits Coaching. That'll get you to the website as well. Thank you for watching.